podcast. It's the podcast, streaming Wednesday nights on Twitch TV. From the forum thread crew, we're a dysfunctional family. Listen as we laugh and snark and fight. At 8 Central, that's when time is right. When you're with the podcast, topics go astray with maybe drunk Ray, but you'll have a dray old time.
Welcome to the Forum Thread Podcast number 58. I'm your host, Darkwing Dre, and here with me today, we've got Mr. Fusion.
Good evening.
Chaos Mana.
Hello.
Tejan Lee.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
God damn it.
Lo Zelda.
Hey, everybody.
Nobod from the bathroom stall.
I just want to flush the toilet now, but...
You should
This is a perfect opportunity for you to flush the toilet.
that would have been
I
perfect.
I don't want the toilet to
man.
run during the recording.
And those of you who are watching live on the Twitch feed, you can see that little box that he's in, he really is in a bathroom stall.
No, really. He really is. He
Yeah.
flushed the toilet for us.
And I guess
He's
we're proving
sitting
that
on the
he's wearing
toilet?
pants now.
I'm sitting on the
Sitting on
toilet.
the toilet.
He's sitting on
And there's
the
my foam
Sitting on the
pad.
toilet.
Your what?
My foam pad.
Foam
I have a
pad.
large foam pad. It's sitting on the wall behind.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we also have with us Ray,
Hi.
Zap45,
Punch the foam.
and that's it. That's the whole cast. Sorry. That's a
Oh,
little anticlimactic.
you ruined it all. You ruined everything.
I did. I completely fucked that up. I was too busy watching Nobod act like he's beating off on his screen over there.
He's doing...
Stop! This whole video idea was a bad idea. Why did we do this?
But you know what? We've had probably like 1,000% increase of no bod compared to other podcasts now because of this, so... I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
Is it? I guess we... What?
Oh,
I'm leaning closer to the TV screen, and that's totally not increasing the resolution of your picture.
I don't know, my camera's whack. Anyway.
Oh
It said
dear,
send
Mr.
food.
Fusion got all fuzzy.
He did,
Yeah,
yeah, when he held the
autofocus.
Your
thing up
camera's
there.
more whack
I
than a
did-
Vanilla Ice song.
Oh, God, stop.
It's
Stop.
even worse
Stop.
with when
Don't
we
even
can
know where to
see
go
you.
with that.
Oh,
You know, I'm hosting the call. I can hang up on you at any time.
No, that would fudge up all our cameras.
Oh, that's a very good point.
all the hard work that Chaos put into putting them in order.
It's only about the cameras. Not that the podcast will end, but the cameras.
Yes.
Did I?
No, he totally did me. What are you talking about? Well, he didn't.
You were not being used.
Alright.
Wait,
I'm
Fusion.
off for a week and I forget how to talk to you guys.
Plot
Damn it.
twist.
Now, we did have some
takes a
super
week
nice
off and she
things to
forgets
say
how
to
to
you
podcast.
last week.
But-
You know, they were all good things,
That was-
obviously.
That was so funny because, like, I got to hear part of it, but I was like in and out of the room. So when I went back and listened to last week's podcast, the whole "No, you say something about Lo Zelda" thing was just really funny. I really appreciate the worst thing TJ and Lee could say was "lol Zelda," and then Zap is going, "Well, she's kind of a bitch,
Well-
but we're all kind of like assholes, so it's not a big deal."
I am not.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You're the biggest asshole of everyone here.
So I like the,
we just
the
lost
failed,
Zap45.
the failed
He's a
roasting
bloody
that
picture now.
happened.
Uh-oh. We're losing people?
Uh-oh.
Oh well.
Keep talking.
At least we can celebrate this moment knowing that it was a failed roasting, and that none of us really have anything truly horrible to say about you. I mean, I do, but I can't really say those things because, you know, you got me to RTX. So, once we're there,
Oh,
I'll let it
gosh,
all
dang
out.
it, Zap.
I'll just...
No, turn it back on.
So is that going to be like
Fix the problem.
the podcast? What the fuck is happening? Who's playing a
Turn
timpani?
it back
What
on.
is
I don't know what's going on right now. Stop it.
No, Tejan. Why did Tejan die?
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Oh, TJ Lee. Oh, we've already started the technical difficulties. God damn it.
No, Zach, turn it back on.
Is he alive?
Zach,
I'm back.
turn it
I'm back.
He's
I'm
alive.
back.
Else I'll stab you.
We're just about to throw a
I'll
Pokeball
stab
at
you
you.
if you don't turn it on.
Fucking Christ.
Gosh dang it. Zach just die.
Something's going on with these calls. Yeah, there's a problem with this call, so I think there's an issue with the video.
Way to go. All right.
Wait, hold on. Maybe I have a BitTorrent open. Yeah, I'm downloading porn.
Really? Fusion's hosting the call, so
Okay.
any lag is all his fault.
Oh, don't put this on me, bro.
Oh, really?
Not on me. Let's see. Yeah.
It's
see.
obviously AT&T's fault.
Oh, it's your fault for signing up with AT&T.
Back again.
What?
Back.
We're all here.
Shady's
We're all
back.
here.
Friend.
Tell
Tell
a
a friend.
Tell a friend.
Guess
Stop
who's
that.
back? Guess who's
Yes,
back?
So during the who edited the last podcast?
I did. Why? What's your
Who,
complaint?
why did you leave on all the Skype sounds in?
Because
I kept hearing Skype
okay,
bubbles.
the reason why is because I had to pull the entire podcast off the Twitch feed because Tareei's track was really messed up.
Oh.
Sorry, I.
So I had to do that, and no Chaos forgets to turn off his sounds.
They're
What
off.
was
Don't
that?
worry.
There was an echo too.
Yeah, that whole, like,
that-
you sounded like you were an announcer
Chaos,
in a goddamn stadium.
explain to them why you sounded like
Because
you
we were
PA
sitting in the
announcer.
same
That's why you
room
fucked up.
as me and Ray were sitting in the same room, so it just echoed right over to her mic every single time. Now I'm in a completely different room.
Right.
Hey, I fixed my audio track.
So-
I didn't know you were gonna rip it off.
It was
the
two
Twitch.
I don't
mics,
get
one
it.
call.
Wait, funny. Okay, no, so why did you echo in hers,
someone had better
but she
mic
didn't
settings.
echo in yours?
Because my headphone is a hyper headphone that only picks up my mouth.
It did. She just didn't talk about this podcast.
It's okay. Let's talk in audio talk. He has a omnidirectional microphone, and she obviously had a unidirectional microphone. That's why.
Interesting.
Okay, I don't know that much about microphones. Can you
Wait,
expound on that?
Omnidirectional means it picks up sound from one direction, which is directly from the mouth into the input. Omnidirectional means it could pick up ambiance. Like basically, it picks up in all different directions.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
God
Well, that
damn
was
it, you guys! Get
What
your
is
shit
going
together.
on?
Zach's just a mess tonight, isn't he?
Jesus.
Zach,
Just a-
get your
How
shit
else
together,
do we get
or
video?
you're not going to be welcome here anymore. God damn it, is it that hard to do?
I have a feeling that we have too many videos.
No,
That's probably.
I think it's fine. If it's just like one or two people messing up, then it's the one or two people.
Why are you typing so angrily?
Tejan Lee, you're still there, right?
That is a bad joke.
Nope.
Tejan Lee? I guess not. Okay, well, fuck you too. So anyway, there's this thing that Lozella brought up. They can get back in when they can get back in. This looks pretty interesting. Yes, that's just you, buddy.
Yeah, Tejan Lee's just not existent anymore. His picture's here, but he's
No,
not.
that's Zach is in and out too. We can hear you, Zach.
Over
You're
the
still
rainbow.
alive
I can't believe
somewhere.
she's dead at this point.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead, Lozella. Go ahead and talk about this.
Okay,
Mhm.
so
Really interesting.
this
So
is
are
a
you.
thing. This is an actual thing. Some doctor in Europe has gotten the whatever the European equivalent is of the FDA, gotten their approval to start clinical trials on a bra implant for women. Not like implants like breast implants, but like so you never have to buy a bra in a store again. They like surgically put one under your skin where essentially you've got like some like silicone like cup thing under each of your boobs, and then there's like these fine silk string strap things that go from that cup up over your boobs and screw into your rib cage so that way it stays put.
Sounds
Fuck.
Is this like an actually
I-
healthy procedure? Like, is it proven to be working
that's
by the
not-
customers?
It can't be healthy.
It can't.
like
It can't.
acupuncture.
It's probably not any worse than actual breast implants at this point.
No, but that's not
other
healthy
than,
either.
Other than you're screwing into your rib cage, but at this point, it's technically doing clinical trials. It's not like a full-fledged thing, but it's like you can still go do it and say, "I volunteer for the trial. Here's my
Gosh,
$6,000."
That's
Excuse me,
like-
6,000 pounds.
That's
so
like
whatever the fuck
1.5
that
at
translates
least.
That's
to.
even more than $6,000, right?
Yeah. So that's a thing in Europe. The guy tried to bring it over to the U.S. and like a group of like 1,200 plastic surgeons all got together and went to the FDA and said no. So that's not happening over here for a while at the very least. So yeah, apparently this guy started working on this in like 2007 or whatever, and now they're actually like we're able to at least prove safety as far as like, you know, immediate medical concerns went, and now they're in trials to see long-term shit and how it works, and Oh,
No, this is
kind of crap.
pretty like as preposterous as those surgeries that they have for women with bitchy resting face. It's like, really? Can you quit finding shit that's wrong with the
No. That was a joke. That's not a real thing.
They do have that. They do have surgical crushing.
No. I don't believe that.
I refuse to believe that too.
Where's the
I'm
evidence?
gonna start googling this.
Wait, they have what? They
Google
Bitchy
it.
resting
That
face
was a
surgery?
joke video made by the Live Proof Girls.
Yeah, because I've seen the bitchy resting face video, and that makes me laugh because I totally
Yeah.
like bitchy resting face.
That is
Yeah,
awesome.
Oh,
I
we all
love that
do.
video, but
We have resting asshole face.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the Live Prude Girl.
Oh my god! August 28th, 2013. Smile surgery is the cure for bitchy resting face. Oh my god, this is a thing!
Oh my god.
Shit!
No.
Oh,
Why is this a thing?
no.
I told you.
No, I gotta
Don't
click
listen
on
to
it.
me.
It costs $2,000, and in what does this say? Wait, go away,
I
stupid
hate
ad.
America.
Great news for those of us whose mouths are not constantly in a state of upturned bliss. Finally, there's a cure for chronic bitchy resting face. It costs $2,000 and involves
What?
seven jaw muscles.
That sounds good.
Oh my
I need a lot more money in my
god!
life.
Yep.
Oh, well, here, this explains it. This is the latest plastic surgery craze in South Korea.
Of course,
This
it would
is
be
totally
South Korea.
a Southeast Asian thing.
Yeah.
It can't
Yeah.
be here.
Oh my god, I have to
Do
stop
you
reading
have
this.
to stop reading it?
Oh god!
I know it's like that the Chinese foot binding
Oh, yeah,
thing.
fuck
It's
that.
like,
Oh.
quit doing shit to the female body. It's perfect the way it is. Leave it alone.
How-
No,
Ugh.
obviously you don't think so.
Well, whoa.
You have a problem with the female body, I
Shots
think.
fired.
I'm not sexually attracted to the female body, but I can appreciate it for what it is.
So,
I think different girls have a different meaning of appreciation.
And that just brought everything
Yes,
to a halt.
we've got...
what do you mean by that? You tell.
Alright,
Yeah.
let's talk about
No,
that.
I want to know
What
what
do you
he's
mean by
trying to
that?
say. Go ahead, just,
Well,
what are you
see,
trying
the
to
thing
say?
is,
See, now that's good comedic timing.
That was...
But here's the problem with that. You didn't flush the toilet at the very beginning, so no one gets the joke.
And now...
He tried.
He's gonna have the water running.
You
But
get-
I'll give you a C plus for effort.
that's a
I
passing
give him
grade.
half a
Thank you,
point.
Professor Fusion.
No.
Yeah, it's
like
the
the
worst
worst
game possible, but it's still a passing
Okay,
grade.
so this whole thing with the bra thing. That,
You know, it's even worse than an F or a D.
I got more than
Is
half
it?
of it right.
I
Yeah,
guess
because when
yes.
you get an F, it's like you didn't even try. But when you get a D, it's like, well, we know that you actually tried for this, and you just did so horrible.
I don't understand your logic.
Nah.
Your logic is not sound.
Your logic has been denied. But
Don't think about it. Have another beer and don't think
Blind
about it.
decision made. I have a wine.
Have a wine.
okay, so this whole thing with this underskin
Yeah,
bra.
let's bring this back.
Oh, I don't want to think about that. That's so
Well,
gross. No.
The screws and all that don't bother
Gross.
me. It's the silk strap under the rib cage. That doesn't sound sanitary. I hear staph infection stories. That's what I hear. You know, when I hear that. Fine
So,
silk strap. Under the
how
rib cage.
brand new is this? Is this like just now coming to the world?
There's
or when
there's three British women that have already undergone the surgical procedure.
Why would you do that?
It's because they don't want them to sag. Apparently, it's one of the big pros, I guess.
Does this support, like,
Big
future,
gross.
like, old age and weight gain when things are just gonna go...
Oh dear.
I think
Oh,
maybe
dear.
the idea is when they get saggy with old age, you can just tighten the strap, so to speak, rather than.
Oh,
I guess maybe that's the
I'm
theory.
getting
I
a
don't know.
picture of like when I was a kid. I had to wear one of those adjustable retainers with the little key that you stick in, and so it slowly like breaks your jaw apart. Like I'm picturing something like that, but for your tits. Like,
Oh yeah, like when they break the kids' legs to let them grow taller.
yeah.
Yeah, that just.
Ugh.
That can
Look,
happen.
I'm okay, folks. I'm a boob guy. I'm okay with the bra. Let's not try.
I'm okay.
It's not broke. Let's not try to fix it. All right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to
I
figure out
don't
what
know.
happened in this dude's head where it was like, this is something the world needs.
Well, you see, it probably started with a little bit of absinthe after dinner. That's probably where this whole chain of thinking went.
Little green fairy came to him and said, "I have a solution to all your problem with sagging tits. Here, look at my magic
Oh
wand."
gosh.
No, I want to drink absinthe just because I
Brilliant.
really want the little fairy to have that voice. That was beautiful.
Dark is the little
What
fairy.
even is this conversation?
It's the greatest
You don't need
conversation.
to
Little
know.
did you all know.
Well,
It's
whatever it was, you
mystical
just
magic.
killed it. So thanks for that.
Thanks,
Holy fuck.
I'm
You
bowing,
piece of
but you can't
shit.
see me because I'm not on the video feed. Ha ha ha!
you
Huh.
beat us. You win there.
I win.
So anyway,
Ah.
before the podcast started, weren't we? We were talking about a little bit of Rooster Teeth dilemma drama thing that has happened recently. Were we going to cover that now?
I think so. I think everyone has a bit of an opinion on this, don't they?
I certainly have an
I just
opinion.
read
I'm
about it,
opinionated as
There's-
fuck
there's
about
not
My
much-
opinion is
There's
that
not much information to go
I have
off
no
of,
opinion.
but I think even still, because who it involves, she's always been a pretty big, pretty popular person within the community, right?
I
would
didn't know
say
who she
so,
was.
Yeah, I would say so. Definitely.
You didn't know who
character.
you didn't know who she
Really
was.
know
Come
who
on,
she
seriously? Are you just trolling? Okay.
Well, if you don't watch the series, you might not know.
Okay,
I
who's-
can't
who's
pronounce
most-
her last name. Is it Zulk? Zulk?
I
I don't know. I've
Oh
only.
goodness.
No
I have
idea.
Okay,
seen
listen.
it.
It's Kathleen Zulk. Zelk.
Kathleen
She
Z.
is
Zelch.
just basically everyone knows her as the voice of Tex. She's always presented herself as kind of the mother of the community, the Rooster Teeth community. One of the I'm not trying to be mean when I say it, but one of the elder statesmen at Rooster Teeth. She's been in the industry, in the entertainment industry, for a long time. And I've noticed over the past year and a half, she's been doing less work directly with Rooster Teeth. And I noticed it, I just didn't say anything. It's because it was never a big thing. And then the other day, she tweeted, and I saw Lozelda's tweet early when I got to work the next morning, and I missed it at night, but apparently she tweeted on Monday night that because of a disconnect with with Rooster Teeth, she won't be appearing at RTX, and it sounds like there was a bit of a falling out. I don't know the full details. I don't know. I think that's kind of odd, and I think we've all pre-show in our prep, we were talking about just the whole logistics of RTX, and just, the whole thing where they've made comments in the past where they don't like to have to deal with it. Who was it at Microsoft that left a few weeks ago? I forgot who it was now.
Oh, I don't know. I don't keep up with
Marty
it.
O'Donnell.
I know they were.
Marty O'Donnell.
Yeah, Marty O'Donnell.
Yeah, if we're going the same direction, I think we are too. The same thing kind of happened when the music guy, whatever his name was, when he got fired unexpectedly, and it was the same kind of thing where it was like something happened and it was obviously
music
bad and
guy?
nobody talked about it. The fucking you're gonna make me look this up
Again, Marty O'Donnell.
It's Marty
Was it
O'Donnell
okay.
with that. Yes.
Okay, I didn't know him as the Microsoft guy. I knew him as the music guy. So my apologies.
The music.
The Halo music
Yes,
guy.
that guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
Okay.
He
Or
did good
do
music.
It wasn't Microsoft. It was Bungie that he did the original score for Halo, for all of the original Halo.
And he was
series.
doing Destiny coming up too, wasn't he?
Yes, they completed this.
Okay, well that's good since they fired him.
I think after whatever you want to say, falling out, and I can covering sports for a long time. When you hear, a mutual agreement to part ways, it's mutual in that the person that's leaving is the one that's more than likely forced out. That's usually the case. I don't know what's happening in this situation with her, and I think Lozola was saying this. They've made mention of having to not be like those other companies where they have to address this, but this is kind of something they have to address because everyone knows who Tex is.
Yeah, kind of one of the main characters
Just
in
kind
their
of-
main franchise.
Exactly.
It's kind of a big deal.
I mean, it could be something where she's no longer doing extensive stuff with the community or with Rooster Teeth or the company, and she's still the voice of Tex down the road. I mean, that's still possible. I don't see why not.
Well, yeah,
And
but
it's-
bringing
well,
a guest each season.
The concern at this point is not that she was the voice of Tex, and it's like, oh, is Tex ever going to come back or not? It's that she's the voice of one of the Ruby
Who's that?
characters. She's Glinda Goodwitch.
That's true.
So
That's
there's
true.
that, and then she's been, like, we just know her mostly from her voice stuff, but she's also still been, like, a major producer on RVB and Ruby and a lot of their shorts and
That's
things
true.
like that. So it's not just the forward-facing part that becomes an issue. So even though, like, we've seen less of her, she's if you, like, look at the credits that happen at the end of seasons and all that stuff, she's still been really involved, just not in a capacity that we necessarily see her
In
all
the
the time.
background sense?
She's always received producer credits.
Yeah.
Always.
So, because I mean, like, you know, we know at RTX last year she was running the whatchamacallit shoot, slow-mo guy shoot. Like, she was running that and all that. Yep. So, I mean, at least as recently as RTX last year, she was still doing that in a pretty large capacity. So that's what kind of makes it interesting, I think, for me anyways. It's not that, like, oh, she was doing a voice and could possibly be doing another voice if they bring text back kind of thing. It's like, she's obviously been doing other stuff, so what happened that it was suddenly like, I'm not going to RTX, and it didn't sound like it was like, oh, you know, I'm just not going, things didn't work out. Like, she's doing stuff with side quests. She's openly said that she's going to side quest events. So, like, she's still going to do stuff with the community. She's just avoiding RTX itself. And her comment, I think her exact tweet was, due to a lack of support from Rooster Teeth, I will not be attending RTX. And then there was some follow-up thing that she was answering too that sounded really questionable too. I'm trying to remember what it was. See if I can find it.
Was it about it being a calculated thing?
Yes, yeah, it was like, you know, that this is
she's got it.
Coming for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, a person can only take so much, and I don't post bits. This was a calculated
Yeah,
post.
oh, good for you finding that so fast. Jesus Christ.
No, you won't be able to
mentioned
see
going to a
this.
job fair in Austin.
Yeah. Also, yeah, I hadn't seen the previous ones. I'd only seen those. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but now I understand.
Yeah. So
I just heard about this today.
So it's I think they are. It's obviously it's an internal fair. They don't have to explain the entire situation, but because they are such a public-facing company, and she is a face and a voice that a lot of people know and recognize and love, that they're going to have to say something, because it's kind of a huge thing that, you know, 6 weeks out from the event, she's like, I'm not going. I'm not going to be associated with this kind of thing. And it was obviously very quick because, like, I think it was like 2 hours after that, they officially put up the post with the special guest list, and she's still on that. So this had to be like a really rapid turnaround kind of thing.
That's a shame. I hate to see I would call her a core community member have to take a turn like that, because it's too early to tell whether or not she will or will not be involved in the future. But just from what we're seeing now, it would be a real shame if she actually does wind up like severing all connection from Rooster Teeth. Hopefully that doesn't happen though.
Yeah. And I think, and it's going to be a while, I feel like, even if they do kind of give us some answers without being specific on that, or if they don't give us any answers,
it's vague like they
it's going to be a while till we really know that, because they've already done the voice recording for RVB and for Ruby for this season. So, I mean, we could, in theory, not really know anything until it comes to Ruby Season 3, because that's the only active voice at this point. I mean, they could really
So they could kill her character off, and no one would be none the wiser.
Exactly. Like, they could do that. They could work that into Season 2 and just be like, oh, she's gone. Like, if this really is a thing where they're cutting all ties.
Oh no, she got shot.
Give her the chef treatment.
Do the chef treatment, I like that. Only Chef, I think, volunteered to be kicked off South Park.
No, he just up and quit.
Yeah, that's what it was. He's like,
upset
screw you guys!
He was
you
upset
make
about
fun of
the
Scientology
episode.
Let's start the rumor right now
world.
that Kathleen was part of Scientology. And somebody might go to that.
Now, do you
heard it here
the
first, folks.
The Chef Dies episode, that was just, they intentionally used really bad audio clips.
I really liked
It
that.
was...
Like, I'm gonna make love to
hilarious.
the
It was
children.
hilarious is what it was.
It's like, well, what did he like to do before he liked making love to the children? Well, he used to like making love to women. Oh my god, he's been brainwashed.
Oh, dear.
I love that episode.
I'm gonna make love to your woman. Gonna lay her down by the fire.
Yeah, we can't sing on this podcast more than one person because the audio doesn't sync up properly.
Yeah. And
Well, I can sync it up again. It'll sync up. Just sing your hearts out.
No, don't encourage them to sing. Please see what happens.
Chaos, look what you just did.
In September.
See?
No, I was directing it at Dark. Dark can sing his heart out.
Here's where I'm going to segue.
Into Godzilla!
No, Bud.
Quick,
who would win in a
flush.
fight? Quick. Who would win in a fight? Godzilla or King Kong?
Godzilla.
Why would Godzilla win?
That's so rough.
Because he's
Because
like
he's
10
Godzilla.
size King Kong size.
Who's ever bigger?
Godzilla
Well,
is
King
so
Kong-
big.
Okay, now the
necessarily
reason
Also
I'm
does
asking
have
this is
awesome fiery breath of death.
the logo for
That's
the
who-
Batman Superman and the title of the movie was announced today. It's called Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice.
Batman v
Superman would destroy
v
Batman.
That's
Superman.
their
This
title?
is Batman, the 5th Batman movie after Batman and Robin, including Superman.
Superman would
This is the
destroy
follow-up to
Batman.
Batman.
That's really the
It's not
title
even
that
funny.
they've chosen?
It's Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice, and it's going to be. It's technically the Man of Steel sequel, but it is the prequel to the Justice League. The big three will be in this movie, so it is Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman.
Cyborg, Aquaman will be in it.
Aquaman is obviously
what I read,
Flash.
focusing
Not the
on.
Flash, not Green Arrow.
Yeah, from what I read, it's just the big three. I didn't see anything about Cyborg in there.
The big
You know
three
what I'm hearing?
obviously being Superman, Batman, and Aquaman.
I'm hearing DC desperately trying to copy the success of the Avengers. That's what I'm hearing.
That's exactly what I'm hearing as well.
Yeah,
You know what?
Avengers, though.
DC came up with the Justice League before Marvel came up with the Avengers. So who copied who?
It doesn't matter who created it first.
It
What
totally
matters
does.
is who's turned it into a successful movie franchise
Well, hold
right
on.
now.
This is okay. I don't know if you
DC
saw
did the cartoons
the
first.
recently.
DC turned it into a successful cartoon series, so they can do it.
There's so many cartoons, it's no fun to watch.
Recently,
well, I mean,
the WB
there's one
It matters-
Justice
it doesn't
League
matter
and
who's
the
established first. Like, the past, in this case, wouldn't matter if...
Why
they-
can't we just wish them success? And
Yeah, it's treated completely
I
different
am.
things to me.
I'm
I mean-
pretty much indifferent.
let's wish them. I want to see an
I
awesome.
wish
movie.
them
hope it's a
success, but
complete
let's be
success.
honest here. In any other, just reasonably thinking in terms of just comic books or these superheroes, Batman has no fucking chance against Superman.
Exactly, I know, right?
99.99% of the time, Superman will win in under half a second.
The other 0.1%
Yeah.
is Superman
yeah,
committing
it's one of
suicide.
the reasons I don't like
No, the
Superman
other
simply
point
because
zero
he's
zero
just-
zero zero
just
1%
direct
is that
overpowered.
Superman took a breath before he killed him. You know, there's no
Yeah.
there's no way that
Suicide.
Batman has a chance. This idea that he's the world's greatest detective and all, it's crap, because all Superman has to do is just, okay, I'm gonna with my eye beams, I'm gonna burn out the oxygen around Batman, okay? Or I'm gonna punch him and he's gonna fly 10,000 miles and just completely incinerate.
But that's not
I
Superman.
think Greedo shot first.
Oh, do not
Shut up.
start that.
See, the only argument to Batman winning is
Anyway.
that Superman gave him kryptonite during the Justice League stuff and whatever.
Yeah,
But Superman
and I
can
get
turn back
that, and I
time. He
get
can just go
that, but
before that.
in the movie,
No, he
though,
can't.
Are we
He's
getting
not
that
that
ridiculous
kryptonite.
now?
Dude, he can do
With
whatever.
that
It's one of the reasons why I
saw
hate
the end
Superman.
of that movie.
He can do whatever. He's white.
When you just
I don't know. In a way, I'm kind of hoping that these movies with Superman fail, just because what Superman is there's something about it that's just so annoyingly like plastic and
Lovable.
so annoying. Like, he's not even likable. He's like this
It's just
godlike
a guy that does stuff.
idealistic.
It's that curl in his hair.
Yeah, that you're like,
It's the curl.
I've got no emotional investment in you whatsoever. I don't care if you win or lose. You're kind of like Captain America, but indestructible and with less personality.
You
and
need more swag.
I don't really have any feeling for you.
The
He has no
problem is a
swag.
lack
Why-
of swag.
Yeah, definitely. But a counter argument to your argument, Fusion, is Superman isn't this cold-hearted, logic-based organism. He's based on ideology and fighting for good. So in that kind of fight with that mentality, Batman could have the opportunity to actually get the upper hand.
But doesn't that make Batman the villain then? Because Batman is in the
So?
same boat. He doesn't
Wait.
kill.
What's Batman gonna
Yeah,
do? Punch him?
But
I think that's one of the fundamental problems that I have with Superman, is the fact that all of his battles are usually directly against, like a supervillain who is unquestionably evil, and Superman is unquestionably good, whereas Batman, the way he's portrayed and the villains that he fights,
kind of gray area.
it blurs the lines, and it's more lifelike, and it's easier for, at least for me and for I think most people, to relate
Yes.
to, where real life isn't, oh, this is good and this is bad. This is, I don't know what I should choose. Should I go down this path? Should I go down this path?
and
Which one's going to cause the most
paths
damage?
are right and multiple paths are wrong, but still completely different.
Yeah, and sometimes
And
there
you
is
learn
no
that
right
from
decision.
Well, Nobod
wow.
made this comment about Batman getting the kryptonite ring from Superman in the comics, but they're basing this off of the Man of Steel, that continuity, the Nolan Batmans, and there is no kryptonite in this. We haven't learned about unless they're going to throw that into this
They'll
movie.
just pull it out of their ass.
That's
and it'll
one
be right
more
there.
fucking thing. in
Earth
this movie that's gonna
kryptonite is here.
just make it so heavy. But if that's the case, then how does Batman have a fair fight with Superman in that movie?
He throws a batarang.
He'll have weak kryptonite that's been jaded, so it only half work, and it'll reduce Superman to his level.
But there is no kryptonite.
Not yet.
Yeah, like the beginning of the movie is literally going to be a chunk of kryptonite being introduced to the movie somehow.
Falling to the earth.
You know what I think? I think that's what's going to happen with Wonder Woman. I think she's going to be Kryptonian. I don't think she's going to be some god, some Amazonian god. She's going to be Kryptonian, just like
They can't do that.
Kal-El. Yeah,
They can't
that's
do
what I
that
think's
to
gonna
her. No,
They can't do that to her.
no.
Stop altering the woman body.
They're going to.
Leave the woman alone.
Yeah, because the Flash is a meta-human.
Just leave Wonder Woman alone! Ah!
Well, remember,
What
this
was
is the
that
same
voice?
company that said that they wouldn't do a Wonder Woman movie because a woman superhero cannot be a leading character in a movie. They cannot lead a movie like a major motion picture.
They said it would be too hard for fans to grasp her story,
Yeah.
which is very similar.
Because
to
there would be
Which is funny, and
Right.
Tejan Lee will agree with this.
Oh, yeah.
All that shit that came out of Time Warner DC, and then here's Marvel with fucking talking raccoon bitches,
yeah,
and everyone's like,
it's-
yeah.
It's like, that's exactly the shit we wanted to
Nobody's going,
see!
yeah, about a talking raccoon. I've never heard. I don't think I've heard anyone be positive.
I
about the
am.
talking
Did you
raccoon.
not see
I
me
love
when
it.
the first trailer came out? I'm like, holy shit, they got the raccoon! Yeah!
That raccoon down.
I'm
I
excited.
can't wait.
Well, it's because
Have you seen the last trailer?
I thought it was because just
Yes,
everyone
Chaos?
likes animals, and
Everyone
it's
does
especially
No!
like that.
Raccoons are like
They
vicious
fuck
little
fishes.
fuckers.
Yeah, but
no, you don't.
raccoons in real life are vicious, but the cartoon portrayal of raccoons and other creatures like that is all kid-friendly and high bouncy and stuff like that.
Well,
There you
Rocket
go.
Raccoon's a bit of
You,
an
you just
asshole.
invalidated your own argument there. Good job.
What? No, I'm saying that's why everyone
like
likes
animals
animals like that. The media portrayed version of
Portrayed versions
animals.
of anything.
Speaking of animals, do you mind if I segue real quick?
I thought we were going to talk about Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
I want to ask.
We'll go back to that.
I want to ask Dark One Dre
Uh-oh.
real quick. How did you go running with
Yeah,
no
dude, he
underwear
could
on?
not run.
Jogging, not running. I don't.
Jogging.
I don't run.
How did that not? How was that not awful?
Why is this
How
a
did you pull that off?
conversation?
I just did it.
That's
It's amazing.
I
You
know.
have accomplished great things for our society.
I don't see what's amazing.
I'm incredibly impressed.
Okay, I'm glad you're impressed.
Yeah. Okay. I just saw that post just now, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, Lozelda was in and out of that conversation in that particular thread. It went interesting places. It started
It certainly did.
with Priest something or other. I don't remember what the
Priest
number is.
81.
Priest 81, yeah. Was talking about he had this particular problem where he was dressed up quite nicely to meet with someone for something. I wasn't paying that close attention,
Oh.
and he had his balls pretty much stuck to his leg in a very uncomfortable
dear.
position, and he was like trying to figure out what the best way to adjust himself without looking like a total like weirdo. Before having actually meet someone, shake their hand and whatnot, and so he's getting suggestions there. Like, this is an interesting turn of events, and so after a really long, weird conversation with a bunch of different people, I'm like, you know
A
what?
very weird.
You wouldn't even have this problem if you weren't wearing weird fitting underwear in the first place. So yeah, just go commando. And in honor of that conversation, I went commando. And that's
You tried it.
yeah, I tried it.
It's
Yeah.
not that big of a deal. I prefer boxer briefs though. Overall, like if I don't have boxer briefs, then I'll go commando.
I didn't mean to turn this into an underwear conversation, but
I will agree. Yeah,
Carry on.
boxer briefs. They're my favorite too. The boxers. They just like if I'm wearing jeans, I have to like make sure I tuck each leg into each leg of the jean, and it's just kind of annoying. So with the boxer briefs, they hug your thighs, so you don't even have to worry about that.
No tidy whities, dude. That logistics
Yeah,
of that
David.
is,
Hey.
not
They are comfortable for
We're
me.
discussing boxer briefs.
Yeah,
Boxer briefs are cool. Yeah.
Once I got old enough to have a say in the underwear that I wore, I went to first I went to boxers and then boxer briefs just to try something different. I'm like, never go back to briefs again. Those are just
Boxer briefs are great for when you're training, working out, all that. Yeah.
Exactly. Speaking about monsters in our pants, let's go back to Godzilla.
Godzilla!
So do you call your penis Godzilla then, if we're talking about monsters in your pants?
No, mine's
Mr.
Oh,
Johnson.
Mothra. Okay.
Now,
actually, it
Mine's
used to be dubbed
Metal
Godzilla.
Godzilla, if we're just calling monsters.
Was it just me, or did I don't remember what the fuck they called it, but the winged monster in the Godzilla movie.
Winged Ghidorah?
Yeah, was that an actual was that a reinterpretation of Mothra?
I think so.
The one had the wings, and when I was watching it, I told Ken, I'm like, is this a modern take on Mothra? Because whatever this is, I love it.
So who here's seen
I've
the
seen
movie?
the cover of the movie.
I've seen the movie,
Okay,
obviously.
so it's just me and Dark then?
Well, what do you mean?
Okay, so the
I'm
movie...
so disappointed.
We're talking about the Matthew Broderick one, right?
No,
I have like
Project.
8 of the old
the
video,
most
8 of the old movies.
came
I
out
have like
like
12 of the old.
The one with
like a
Heisenberg.
week ago. Yeah, the one with...
But they're so awesome.
Well, we're not talking about the old videos, are we? No, we're not. So
the one... If you guys remember the Matthew Broderick version?
Yes.
So the monster that Godzilla fought in that one is very similar to the one they fought in this most recent one with Bryan Cranston or Heisenberg from Breaking Good. I just think
he was not the main character though, so I wouldn't even say with that guy.
Yeah, it's
whatever his
interesting.
name is.
I don't want to try to give. It's still a new movie. It hasn't even been a week yet.
Yeah, you don't want to. You don't give too many.
You need to
spoilers
know
away.
this. He's not the main character because I was so disappointed when I realized he wasn't the main character.
That is the biggest complaint I've heard to this
What's a
point.
kaiju?
Is, those saying it's a work of it's a horrible movie. It's a fucking kaiju, a Godzilla kaiju movie, folks. Come on, what do you expect?
Listen, I think it was a good action movie / monster movie. It took a little too long to get to the monster fight, but it was good nonetheless.
But the biggest complaint is
enjoyed
they kind of can't. Their whole marketing was that Bryan Cranston was one of the main characters, and apparently he's in only a very limited portion of the film. So.
Yeah, and he sells the shit out of the role that he plays. You're like,
awesome.
okay, I can see.
Oh,
They
he's just
kind
a
of
great fucking actor.
they set him up as being one of the main characters, and then he's not. And his son, who's played by the guy that plays Kick-Ass from the Kick-Ass movies, takes over, and he's all muscle-headed now, but he's really terrible in this movie. He has no personality whatsoever. This is really the guy? I mean, he's much sexier to look at, but damn, it's like listening to a board talk to another
He's going to
board.
be in the new Avengers movie.
Really?
Oh, that does not inspire a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he's Quicksilver in Age of Ultron.
Interesting.
Well, he does a good job playing comic book characters, I guess, so maybe that's his calling.
The Kick-Ass character is kind of the dim-witted douchebag, so he really doesn't have to try too hard for that character.
It just kind of naturally goes with it.
I mean, he just comes across as a kind of dude. He looks like his mouth is always open.
That's
no matter
pretty
what
much
kind of
how
day.
his character in Godzilla was the whole time. He's an army dude. Now, to the movie's credit, it does do a better job at portraying military personnel than most films that of that era
Almost
are. But like him as the lead character feels very forced. You've got him, you've got his stereotypical beautiful blonde busty wife and his stereotypical little child, and you're like, okay, this is a nice little nuclear family of perfection here, but why do we care about him? The relationship that there's a I don't know any of the characters' name. There's some Asian dude who's like spewing this stuff about not using nuclear warheads and wanting Godzilla to fight it out with the monster because of nature and stuff. Like he was a much more interesting character, and his assistant. It's like I wanted to know their story. Like they were so much more interesting for the limited amount of screen time they got than our lead hero was. And like, okay, so he diffuses bombs and stuff. That's his thing. And other than that, he's just reacting the whole time. It's not really inspired at all.
Well,
so that was they were the worst part of the movie.
I feel like if you're going to Godzilla and hoping for a black swan, you're going to be sorely disappointed
Oh, Godzilla!
when it comes to acting. It's a Godzilla movie, bottom line.
No, that's not a good reason to excuse it, because the movie itself. Oh my god, if they would have pulled off the getting good actors with good chemistry and investment there, like I loved the movie. I thought it was a great movie, and I'm looking forward to seeing the sequel. I hope that they make a sequel, but it would have gone from, you can see me on the camera, but you can't see me on the audio here later. From like mediocre right here in the middle to being it's good, it's above average and a hell of a lot of fun to watch, to just being an actual like phenomenal piece of entertainment and a phenomenal piece of art. And that's kind of what pains me, because I can see where it had this potential to be absolutely like mind blowing, and it just didn't quite make it.
Well, it's kind of like Pacific Rim. The complaints about that movie, of course it's not an Oscar piece. I mean, it's
that's another one.
Fucking giant robots attacking giant fucking aliens. What do you expect, you know?
I think I liked Godzilla better than I liked Pacific Rim. Just a little bit more. But yeah, they both kind of suffered from the same thing. They were a hell of a lot of fun to watch. A fantastic ride. I would highly recommend it to anybody.
I think the director's visions for these movies get a bit hamstrung by the studios, because they want to be able to market these things as blockbusters. So, like this whole thing with had they said Aaron Johnson, who is the kick-ass guy, had they said he was the lead character in the movie,
No one would have gone.
I'm sure people really wouldn't have gone out to go see Godzilla. You know, they put Bryan Cranston on every fucking commercial like he's all over the place. You know,
Was Kick-Ass that niche? I didn't realize that it didn't have that big.
it's a very niche comic
That
and a very
niche,
niche
though.
movie. It didn't do great in the box
It might
office.
have been the worst comic book I ever read.
Aw,
and it was no
TJ.
good.
I heard that the comic was absolutely terrible, but
It was a
No.
terrible.
The comic is pretty shitty.
I really enjoyed the first movie.
It is what it is. It's a Mark Miller at his worst.
Yeah.
Because Mark Miller can hit a home run when he's writing kind of restricted, but when he's in his element, like when he can do whatever the fuck he wants, like Kick-Ass was an independent comic that he did. You wanted to like literally kill every single character in the book, because everyone was a douchebag.
So I'm curious now.
They were much more like
why didn't you like the movies?
He's not allowed
Or the movie? I didn't see the second one, but why didn't you like the first movie?
No,
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
You liked it.
Oh no, I liked the movie.
Oh, you did.
I hated the comic book.
Well, I don't have an opinion
TJ,
on
you
it.
have to
So
admit, Mark Miller on Swamp Thing was very good. His short little run on Swamp Thing.
I haven't read that one.
Okay.
Oh wait, the recent Swamp Thing?
No, it's in the mid '90s. He did a little run when Swamp Thing was under Vertigo before it was purchased by DC.
Have not read that yet.
It was only like I think 10 or 15 issues. Pretty damn good. So
Another
I'll look
thing.
into it.
no, I just found out. Oh, go ahead, Zap.
Sorry for interrupting. Another thing
I'm sorry, Mark Millar.
Mark Millar. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
I found pretty interesting is they kept the art style of traditional Godzilla in the movie as well. That's another thing I was very pleased about, seeing, being a kid who watched the traditional, like, Japanese dubbed VHS of Godzilla versus Mothra, Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was a little worried when I first saw that they were, because they didn't give a lot away in the trailer, so I was worried that it was going to be cheesy. Because man in puppet with camera effects, all that. It was horribly hammed up, and so when they were to keep a look that's similar to that original art style, but in modern visual effects CG glory, I had a moment here where I was sure I was going to watch something that was going to be just as cheesy, but in CG instead of a man in a puppet suit. But I thankfully was relieved seeing the movie. Like, holy shit, they hit it on the head. Like, they couldn't have been more perfect. I don't think.
If I saw that Godzilla in real life, I would shit my pants.
Ship your pants with Godzilla.
It was awesome.
I don't know which I would do first.
Are you going to ship your pants?
Ship your pants.
Callback. How do you like that?
Bravo.
Well,
I don't know which I would do first. I would either shit my pants or I would scream like a little girl in just absolute like happiness because it's a giant monster getting ready to destroy the big city. Because that would be awesome to watch. Terrible to think about, but first I'd be excited and then I'd be horrified. I don't know which would happen first.
Combination of both, probably, or all.
Maybe. Sitting there screaming like a little fangirl as I shit myself. Now that would be embarrassing. Yeah.
have you ever screamed during a movie or jumped
I
out
was
in
going to talk about
surprise?
something else, but I forget what it was now. I did a jumps from just different jump scares that they put in movies, but that doesn't really count as a scare because that's like instinctual. It's not really a real scare.
Yeah, I've had one
But no,
like, slight
not really.
jump scare in like Spider-Man 2, just because I wasn't expecting some guy to pop out, but that's about it.
I remember what I was going to say. It was on the forum earlier today. I just found out today, and I have to actually watch this now, that they made a movie adaptation.
We just watched that yesterday.
Apparently, they
From the 80s,
I mean,
they've been making movies based off
You watched Clue?
board games.
So good.
It's the best fucking
haven't
movie.
I've never
Yeah,
liked
like,
it.
Communism was just
It
a
was
red
really
herring.
fun.
It's a classic.
I
Yeah, I
haven't
just
seen
didn't watch
this.
it last night.
How the hell can all of you have seen this movie? And
I
just
to
now
be
found
fair,
out
I
about
found
it
out
today.
about it
I
last
didn't watch
week.
it last night.
There's, it's like flames on the
Yes!
side of my face.
Yeah, flames.
I just get
I love Miss White.
so it's like flames.
What are you guys
Flames
doing?
on-
Stop
on
it.
the side
What
of
are
my
you doing?
face.
Stop.
Hated her.
I am the
I
scene
mean, you look at the
telegram.
cast. You have John Landis,
Never seen this.
Tim Curry,
Oh yeah.
Oh
Christopher
God.
Lloyd, Martin
He was
Mull,
so
Mike-
sad she got shot. He wanted to hear the
I
telegram.
have to go watch this again
Yep.
right now.
And do you know that
What was?
it was a flop in the box office?
Wow, really?
She's a jolly good fellow.
The movie Clue.
She's a jolly good
Yeah.
fellow.
Yeah, it had a
That's
$15 million
sad.
budget. It only made 14.5.
Barely
Ooh.
breaking even.
Yeah.
That's
They made up
embarrassing.
with it.
I
in
loved
cult
it though.
DVD sales.
I did look up the preview, and I do realize that I'm going to
Wait,
have
what?
to endure some big hair in order to get
It's
through
an
this.
80s
movie.
movie, yes.
Can you not handle
that
big
bad.
hair?
It's really hard for
Oh
me.
no,
I'm gonna
no!
have to- this is
I
gonna have
think
to
you find it to
drinking
be a
movie.
lot better.
No,
Whoa.
the hair isn't really.
Isn't
Well,
that every
I
movie?
I mean, like you could have like a drink, like but don't like.
It's
from
not
last
Monty
night.
Python
Never
level,
enjoy
like getting
it.
plastered
Like,
to watch
Yeah,
that.
you won't have
No,
to.
they're
Like,
Oh, the first time I
really?
watched Monty Python, I was
I
completely
remember you saying
sober.
that
I had
you
a
were
great
drunk
time.
during
Yeah.
some of it.
It's like Monty Python.
Which Monty Python?
No, Monty Python's one of those. I have watched it since drunk, and it did get even more funny. But that's one of those movies that just watching it makes you feel like you're drunk because you have no idea what the hell they're talking about, but it's hilarious.
All
And the
Monty
Holy
Python.
Grail.
All of them. All of them!
Tis but a
Oh,
scrap.
including the
Monty
chef.
Python.
Monty,
I like
all
Super
the
Mario.
Python.
Yeah.
You're gonna
actually
you're gonna
good.
sit
The
down with
rest
him
is
to watch
retarded.
Time Bandits.
That's right. Didn't you post a journal about this earlier, Ray, about David not having,
Yeah.
Chaos Man, not having seen Monty Python?
Everyone,
It was, is it in the
yeah, no one was helpful because everyone either
chose a different movie.
suggested random
But
things or
obviously,
a
you started
different
with
movie.
Clue, which was
Yeah, and next is gonna
Yeah,
be.
Well,
that,
I-
that
I
wasn't
followed-
helpful when we were
I followed
choosing
my list.
movies
I
that we
like
had
this.
and we were to watch.
Hey, you know what? I said Time Bandits, and I'm sticking with it. You need to watch
Ray,
Time
do you have Time Bandits?
No, I've not.
I haven't seen. I don't own that. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, what the
It's
hell is
awesome.
Time Bandits?
It's a
Tell us,
great
Mr.
Oh my
P.
god, it is such a bad movie. It's
that's
so
so
bad,
80s.
it's great. It's about
Oh,
these
it's
little
one of
guys
those.
that travel through time, and they're supposed to be correcting things in time, but they're not. They're making it worse. It is such an '80s movie, and it's so bad.
It's good in a bad way.
Gilliam.
Terry Gilliam is the director. He did 12 Monkeys, The Adventures of Baron Munchausen.
That's
Brazil.
the movie we need to watch during RTX.
He's
and
a
record
part of.
ourselves
He's a
watching.
part of.
Yeah, if you want to
Monty
bring it to
Python.
RTX
Five
in DVD
core guys,
form,
yeah.
we can just
He was
watch
the
it all together.
he's the guy who does all the illustrations during the movies.
You need to watch Time Bandits.
Yeah, that's what we should do. We should all get together in the hotel room and record ourselves
We do our own
watching
Master
that
Pancake
movie.
Like a
Theater.
Mr.
And
Science Theater thing.
Yes, we should do that.
Okay.
Wub Wave has been trying to get us to do like a movie kind of like podcast
live
kind of thing.
movie.
He has been, and we'll all, like most of us anyway, we'll all be in the same
I would
place at
definitely
RTX.
do a
We
Master
should do this.
Pancake
And that should be the
version.
movie we watch.
We could possibly do it.
Okay, but
You
it has to
too.
be with home sliced pizza.
I wish I could add the
I'm
actual
good with that.
thing.
Give me pizza, give me beer, and give me a movie. And
I will
I'm in heaven.
gladly buy several pies.
And I will gladly
I will
eat several
be more
pies.
than happy to throw down some cash money for some of the.
I will
red
buy a
pies, sir.
pie.
Home slice is so good.
You
guys
don't
understand,
even
it's
know.
so good. It really is.
It's
It's pretty
good.
good. Like,
she has a different opinion on this.
Do tell.
no, I'm just saying, like, I lived in New York for a couple years. Home Slice is the best New York pizza I've had outside of New York, but knowing what New York pizza's supposed to taste like, I'm like,
No,
it's like...
Yeah, as someone who's been in New York, New York pizza is the bomb.
So it's like saying it's the best. I'm gonna argue that if you're like, it's pretty fucking delicious, I will agree with that 100%.
Let me clarify. It is the best New York style pizza that's not
New York
There you go.
that I've ever had.
I will back that 100%.
And a few weeks, I think a couple months ago, I was in Austin, and my wife and I had dinner there, and I ordered a chicken parm sandwich just because I was feeling daring, and I was a bit drunk, and that was probably a really damn good chicken parm sandwich because I ate several slices of pizza, and then when we got back to the hotel, I ate the fucking sandwich.
Ate the sandwich.
Wow.
I paid for it the next day, but I ate this. I mean, I had like 4 slices of pizza, drank a whole pitcher of beer by myself, and when we got back to the hotel, she went to bed, and I sat there watching TV, and I ate the whole sandwich.
Sounds good.
Yes. I'm very proud of that.
Sounds like a good time, actually.
Achievement
I don't see a
unlocked.
problem with
Sandwich
this at all.
nommed.
Bloop, bloop.
So I'm totally cool with us having a viewing of Time
Yes,
I feel like that was the
and
right
Fusion, we can just use the mic if that's either the podcast or after the podcast as a separate video. Either way, we'd have the fancy mic, so we wouldn't be like echoing on everyone.
Yeah.
No. It's going to be. Okay, this is the setup. The mixer allows for 4 mics, so we may have to have some sharing.
For example, me.
sharing is fine.
Dark and I
If
sharing.
Yes!
I could. We brought
Like-
headphones
like
like these.
this.
Like for example, this one won't pick anyone else up. If you're not like this close to the mic, then it won't be heard.
It's not about that. It's about the
There
inputs on
will
this
be.
mixer. That's
There will be.
that's what it boils down to. There's only 4 inputs, so we can work it to where I may be able to splice a mic and a microphone into one input. I just don't know if there's going to be RF feedback to where you hear like a buzzing sound. I'll have to test that out and see. Maybe not, because these are preamps. There's preamps on these
That's
mics.
cool.
So the mixer has four inputs with 4 preamps. So it may not happen, but I don't know. I'll have to test it out and see. But anyway, all of that techno mumbo jumbo aside, yes, let's do this.
Baby, I like
Wednesday.
it.
I thought if you guys wanted to do a podcast, we could do an hour, and then afterwards do a viewing. That's fine because
Hells yeah.
I mean, I'm down for that. So
I like
Because
this
they didn't
idea a
approve our
lot.
panel.
Now,
yeah, we don't.
let's not sulk about that. It's water under the bridge. Water under the bridge.
You know-
Even though we did have Barbara on the podcast who said, hey, we might have a better chance than others. We're not going to think
You
about
know,
that right
if
now.
I know it sucks, that we didn't get a panel, but if you want, since you don't have to be in a panel, you could go to one on Friday at noon, because I'm on a panel, and
Nah.
I'm going to be working. Can't. Sorry.
Fusion, you should like barricade the door and
panel
make
will
it
you be
seem
on,
like
Marcelo?
everyone can't go in the panel room right now, so then
We're on our
like no one
podcast,
actually
we're
shows
on
up, and except
no.
I'll just walk out there and be like, no, this one's canceled. This one's canceled.
There's actually a lot of cool people on this panel. I'm not entirely sure why I am on the same level
cool?
as these people.
Okay, what panel is this? Do tell.
So there is going to be a panel. It's called Cultivating a Community. It's for people who have been people who have
What the
run
fuck did
relatively
you do?
successful community events are on this thing. So it's myself, it's Aiden from RVB Scotland. It's Brandon from RT Minnesota. Katie is supposed to be on it. For
Australia.
Rooteeth. Gus, who's Black Penguin on the site, is doing RVB Texas. I'm doing RT Michigan.
Is Grady on this
Grady
one?
is the one who put this all together.
Side
So,
quest, yeah.
and then Lori for doing Toronto Unconventional. So, like, we're all doing this panel together to talk about hosting community events and all that kind of stuff. So,
Cool.
yeah, we are.
I like RVBTX the most because
Oh, there you go.
And speaking of, I mean, we can bring it up. RVBTX will be doing on the 4th, which is what, the Friday? Is that Friday? I don't even.
Yeah, the 4th is Friday.
Friday night, they're having a little get together. So tickets are on sale for I think $650. And a lot of people on the site they ask a lot of these questions, and I think people all of us that have gone can answer this. If people are nervous about going out on their own downtown to Austin and going out, it's good to either join one of these events, like with RVBTX. They're doing a thing on Friday night. SideQuest, you buy the badge, you can do a lot of things with them, and these are all Rooster Teeth community people too, so you don't have to feel as shy going out as opposed to going to downtown Austin and saying, I don't know anybody, I'm here by myself.
Oh, that would be a bit
and
scary,
just kind of,
usually.
yeah, it can be downtown Austin can be a bit intimidating for a lot of people.
It can
chill.
be,
Well,
it
you
can
went
be
there with
intimidating
Ken
going
the
to one of
first
these events,
time.
but you
Right,
do end up
guy.
just meeting people.
I walked around by myself a
Well,
couple
yeah,
of
but
times.
you knew
It-
yet you
it
had
was
like a
fine.
relatively stable thing. If you're completely alone
Well,
and
I
you've
don't
never
know.
like traveled or anything before,
You're a personable guy.
that too.
Yeah, a lot of
that's also very
a lot of community members
Yeah.
are a bit shy, and this is their first time out anywhere
Home,
other than
yeah.
where they're from, and
the first time
I
they've
don't know,
ever
I guess-
opened
I
their
guess
front
compared
door.
to
I'm fine in person.
I think
Compared
Nobody's
to
one of those
some
That's
people,
basically
right?
right, David.
Chicago,
No,
it's-
I
Austin's
can
really
attest
chill.
for that. I'm very like that.
I
Like
got
in
some
real life,
pills for
like
you.
I can get a little anxious. I was anxious the last RTX, just kind of meeting people, and it's just kind of like you get over it.
Yeah,
It's tough,
I don't
but
know.
you get over it.
Yeah.
I was 2 hours
Jonathan
away from
helps you
Green
get over
Bay.
it.
But as far as big cities go, Austin's it's a really good place to
Yeah.
start, I would say. Because
it's not a big city.
like I grew up next to Chicago. I grew up in Michigan, but I was 2 hours away from Chicago, so that was my big city experience. So, yeah, and like Chicago is a pretty hostile city by comparison, whereas
No, thank
No,
you.
no.
I'm married. I'm cool.
no, thank
Thanks.
you.
What?
She's good.
What are you talking about, dude?
So,
He's talking about sexual favors, and I don't approve of this
Oh,
at
you
all.
don't approve of
I
that?
think they were talking
Really?
about the Green Bay Packers.
Not by no bot,
Oh, okay.
no.
I thought you were just talking
Are
about the
you a
subject
Lions
in
Oh my
fan?
God,
general.
are you-
Lozelda, are you a
No,
Lions
but are
fan?
you an Eagles fan? Oh, gross.
Good man,
man.
you win cool points
And
apparently.
And even as a personable,
So before we go on a sports
It's
tangent,
the only team I like to.
which I know nothing about, I did want to ask if anyone had an opinion on the announcement back on video games, which we do tend to talk about a lot.
Hey, no, but let's talk about the Phillies.
With Watch Dogs.
With what?
No.
Watch Dogs.
What happened?
Watch Dogs. The video game Watch Dogs.
Never played it.
It's not been released yet.
I know, that was the
Dumbass. No, that wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
I thought you were being funny and you failed.
Yeah, there's no reason I
Jokes are
haven't played
funny.
it. I play everything.
So anyway, it's been announced that there are going to be 5 separate collector's editions
What's that
of
supposed
this
to mean?
video game.
Like,
Gotta
Yeah,
catch
what the
them
fuck
all.
does that
Which
mean?
more
means-
monies.
That the bonus content is going to be chopped up and
Oh, that's
divided
just
amongst
stupid.
the different
Oh, that's
versions.
bad.
And they have actually released an online spreadsheet so people can decide which version of the game they want to
Oh,
buy based on the features that they would like.
Fuck that!
That sounds
Oh,
interesting.
That's
That sounds very interesting.
man.
That is such bullshit.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
completely
PC
like
fans, you're welcome.
jaw-dropping moment.
Well, you know, there's going to be like a $99 version, like the
the ultimate version, and then it branches out even further because there's
Yeah.
20 ultimate editions.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, that's the thing with the
shit,
spreadsheet that they have. None of the versions have everything. So literally, if you want to
gotta
have
buy everything.
all the pieces that you would want, you have to buy multiple versions of these
Sigh.
collector's editions.
And that's,
That's just
Wait.
awful.
that is a
I
money-making
don't like
machine
that.
right there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
go ahead.
go ahead.
I need to read before I
completely
talk.
dumbfounded by this. Yeah, I was just completely dumbfounded by this. Like, I know that a lot of these video game companies are getting desperate and trying to squeeze out as much money as they can. I mean, we can bash EA till the cows come home, whatever. But like something like this seems like it's so off the wall and so weird.
Okay.
Like, who thought this was a good
I
idea?
don't know, but I have to jump here for a minute. You said there were 5.
Yes.
There's 9.
Wow.
What?
What?
Will
Are
you
they-
throw a link
are
into
they
the chat,
mad?
please? Because I'm looking for
I
this.
will do that.
Wait, how much is the
This
game going to
came
sell
out- this is
for?
from-
How much
I
is the
heard
game
there was
going to
only
sell for, do you
5.
think?
9?
Here we
Each
go.
copy
Yeah,
better
I'm
be
throwing this
$30.
in the
Yeah,
chat.
give me the link.
So there are 9 versions. There's what is this? So they all
Holy
different names.
shit.
There's the standard, the special. I'm guessing this is a. It says vigilant. I'm supposed to be vigilante. I don't know. You play limited, DedSec Digital Deluxe, Uplay Deluxe, and Gold
This is
editions of the
stupid.
game. And then there's the Season Pass content on
I'm
top
never
of that.
probably going to touch this game unless we have to do it for other things, just because of that. I like usually buying a
I'm
collector's
buying a PC
edition because
version
of
of
the
it.
extra stuff, but
That's
I
what
don't want to
said.
have 9 copies of the same game
I'd
with
say-
a little bit of difference.
Oh my god.
And I can imagine how much would that cost if it was like
that's
In
$60
this-
bucks,
I'd
like a
say-
normal game is today.
Well, 6 times.
The collector's editions
Yeah.
are always more
I dropped
expensive.
$300 on.
They're usually
Dragon
$10
Ball Collector
more.
Edition.
Well, and this is something else I don't understand. This is the first game, like in a planned series. Why the fuck is there a collector's edition coming out before the game is even released?
It's like how
It's
Western like calling something first annual. You're calling it a collector's when you don't have anything to collect except the thing already.
It's like, you don't have a fan base yet. You can't. What sense does that make? You can't have collectors when you don't even have collectors yet. You have no fans.
I'm gonna make a prediction. This
Like a
game's gonna be a
pancake.
flop.
They must have
I
very
hope-
much confidence
part of
that
me
it's
hopes
going to do it, so they're just trying to get everything out of the way. Okay, we're just going to throw this out already and see what happens.
I think international sales will be very high, but I think U.S. sales will be disappointing.
Have you guys actually seen
Yeah.
the trailers and what this
Yes.
game is supposed to be about? I mean, it
Yeah.
looked genuinely.
Yeah.
One, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, I think it
next
also
gen
gets some.
system, and it looks like a really cool premise. But damn, totally dropping the ball on everything else. Kind of makes me want to root against
Another
it.
thing is,
Yeah.
or counter argument, or devil's advocate. Maybe these different collector's editions are for different people. Like, it maybe further down the line there will be a point in time where your playstyle or the version you choose gives you something different, a whole new different experience that you normally wouldn't get.
I doubt it's that much of a difference.
This
it's
one's
like
for
the,
left-handed
you know,
people, this
it's
one's for right-handed.
they're not giving you different versions. They're breaking up special content and spreading it out to the versions. It's not.
Yeah, and that's the part that doesn't make any sense. They're completing all of this content. It's finished. It's ready to be published, and they're intentionally breaking it up and splitting it up like into like game cards. Like
Yeah,
each
insert disc
version
two
is
now,
like
please.
a special game card. It's like you have to collect them all if you want all the content. Oh well, I've got this version, but I don't have this piece of DLC. I would trade you, but you need your game in order for it to function. So I just have to buy 2 copies to get it, or I'll have to download it somewhere else.
That's brilliant.
I don't understand. This is one of those things that in my brain I just don't understand why. I think that's why it's driving me crazy. This is why.
When is this planned to be
Anybody
released?
theories why?
May 27th.
Wow.
Yeah, they're already.
Did they copy the
They've
original
already gone on
Fable?
sale.
Have
in
they actually
Brazil.
sold?
Brazil?
What?
In the
What about the
Fable,
original
Say it
Fable?
again?
you had your world
remade
would
it.
get 1 hero doll, and then you'd have to trade with other people to get other hero dolls, because they'd have a different hero doll in their world.
Yeah, all the
copy
other
it.
games do that too.
And that's what I'm
Yeah, you
thinking.
can
I have no
certain
idea what
amount
you're
of
talking about. I never did
Or-
that.
World that you
more
can
along
trade
the
with
lines
other
of that
person.
kind of
Usually it's for like achievements and shit like that.
idea
You ha-
is
yeah,
that
you
they're
for you to
trying
expound,
to make
you
it
know.
more. I think there's probably some aspect of the game that's yet to been released.
Is everyone there? Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm just saying.
What happened?
A lot of people dropped off.
Did we lose everyone?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
lost a lot of people.
So I just keep.
Yeah.
I
I'm back.
feel like it's my fault. Like
We're all
every
back.
time we drop, I'm like, God, fucking damn it, it's all my fault. But I'm
Turn
glad
off
to hear
turn
it's
off
not.
video for now.
I'm glad you're willing to
We can
take that
just-
responsibility.
Nobot and Zach are
Yeah,
still
everyone
gone.
turn
Turn,
it off.
turn,
Stop
turn off
shit.
That's
video.
what I'm gonna. Yeah,
Just
that's
turn
what
off
I'm gonna do
video.
right now.
Everyone, just go to audio and you'll be fine.
I, for one, am thankful that Zap45 is so willing to take the blame for all this. This is clearly your fault.
Why? Because you don't want to take the blame?
Oh, hell no! He's our scapegoat. He just volunteered to be the scapegoat. So these problems are because of you. So let's all crucify him in the most violent and bloody way possible, so this
Sounds
does
like
not
fun.
happen again.
I think where we finished was this. You were okay. Nobody was
Yeah.
talking about Fabled, but
Yeah, but nobody's not
but
here
the
anymore.
Watchdog thing. I think 9 different versions. I get the theory that hey, it depends on where you buy the game.
They're-
But it just looks like the nine.
Are they going to
just-
put it
it's-
in
it's too
stores
much,
and
man.
then there would just be like, oh, the row of these games, and then a rainbow of like different color this game It's
what it
taking up a
sounds
whole
like.
shelf.
Well, what really just kind of it blew my mind and kind of pissed me off was that people had to come up with a spreadsheet to decide what version of the game they wanted to buy.
Well, I mean, like the Dead Sec edition is the only one that has the map of Chicago. I mean, it's just little things like that.
It tells you that something has gone horribly wrong when you have to have a spreadsheet so your customers can figure out what version of your video game they want to buy.
The spreadsheet is only for like the gamers that are a little bit more quote unquote hardcore and actually know all these facts and know, this is what I want in a game. What about all the millions, casual gamers that just don't care or don't know about these things?
Much, yeah.
Yeah, they won't know, and they'll get something. They'll be talking to their friends at the water cooler, like, "Oh yeah, I did this thing," and someone's like, "Hey, I didn't have that option in my version of the game."
Yep.
Like, "Oh, well, I have such and such version collector's edition," and then they'll be like, "Oh, I have this collector's edition." And they're like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry. I guess we can't share this experience with each other because we didn't buy the same version of the game."
Is Watching Dogs a sequel to an already existing series, or is this a brand new series?
Brand new, completely
brand new series.
It's a brand new series.
It's a sequel to Washing Dogs.
Washing Dogs.
Washing Dogs came first.
Exactly. Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah.
That's before he took up his life of crime. He was a dog washer.
But again, that's one of the reasons why having a collector's edition before the first game even comes out is so retarded. Like, at least with Halo, like, after the first game came out, it was a huge success. So then with Halo 2, they had a collector's edition, but it made sense because they had a fan base for the original game. So they knew that people would buy the second one with the extra art and all that. I was one of those guys.
Okay.
Cool, flashy metal case, all the art, the book, and everything. Yeah.
I think the story, it's not as bad as it looks when I look at the graph. Okay, there is a standard edition and a special edition. Okay, that's how they list 2 of the 9. There's 2 different Uplay editions, an exclusive and a deluxe. And then the other editions are based on region. It looks like the Vigilante edition is in Europe, Middle East, Asia, and Australia. Limited editions, North America. The Dead Sec is Europe, Middle East, Asia, and Australia. The gold edition's in the PlayStation Store, and then they have the season pass. So it's not. It does. I think we're all thinking a little differently than how they're doing it. It's still. It looks a little. It looks convoluted.
But it seems like it's going based off of region, because there might be different, like censorship laws in other countries are different. So that makes a little more sense now. That you've shown some light on that, Fusion.
I only ran into one.
See here.
I guess because of where I lived, different like region laws. But I would be thinking they would be moving to kind of united, like to make it not so necessary, especially since you can sell everything online. It's not you have to go to a store to buy this or that. Like, why not unify it?
Yeah, I kind of refuse to go to stores these days, especially GameStop. They're just such assholes. They're just such major dickweeds. It pisses me off. I come in, I ask a question about a game, and then they don't know anything, or they just get extremely snobby.
Oh my god, she's back.
Welcome back, Lizelle.
Hi.
You're not dead.
We thought we lost you forever.
That was really scary. I felt so alone.
Like
you got back just in time for us to end the podcast, because, we've gone over an hour now.
Nah, we got more to talk about.
Do we?
I got more wine to finish.
I really think Watch Dogs is going to be a bit of a flop.
I'm going to support the game for
Wait, is it going to come? You said it was coming out on the 27th?
That's been your answer for everything,
Success.
If it's coming out on the 27th, the next podcast will basically be after launch day.
You want me to? I can buy it. I'll probably buy it.
No, don't waste your money, honestly. Yet.
Don't waste your money
yet.
You have an Xbox
Buy
One?
7 of the 9 and send.
Wait, yeah, Zap. Do you have an Xbox One or a PS4? So you can buy one. You can review it for us.
Well, then you qualify
they're
for
selling a new Xbox One without the Kinect, and it's kind of not bad.
It's only $400.
I mean, $400 is a lot of money, but it's only $400.
You qualify for one of 3 editions. You can either buy the standard edition, special edition, or limited edition.
Can I buy the regular shitty edition?
Yeah.
Wait, are
Give me the cheap-ass
these
edition,
different
'cause that's
versions
what I
going to
am.
be different prices?
Probably. Most definitely.
I'm sure they
Huh.
are. I mean, usually when you go from a special edition to a standard, there's a $10 difference. So, and there's 3 that are U.S. that are going to be published in the U.S.
I like that statue. No one else will be able to see this because this is an audio podcast, but
Yeah.
Zap45, that was an awesome statue you just showed in the
it's
video.
Like $250 for that and an art, like a 100-page art book about the concept art for Titanfall. When I buy something like a legendary edition or a limited edition, I expect to get some like major, physical swag. I guess you could say.
Swag.
Because like that's like it even lights up and shit when you press like a fake rock. So that's cool. Okay, so there's electricity, batteries. It's heavy as fuck, and then you have the 200-page concept art book that goes about into the lore of the game. Now, when you put the dedication of something of that nature in the game, I'm gonna drop all the monies on it. But the more and more I'm hearing about this Watch Dogs series, I'm kind of getting disappointed. I like the concept of the hacking. I think that's awesome, but
Hacker! Hacks!
I'm a...
We give you all of the hacks.
Yeah, but
We have to see what happens.
Who knows? Okay, I guess we do have one more thing to talk about before we go. We have the Star Wars Force of Change video that was released this week. A message from J.J. Abrams. Did anybody see this?
Was it good?
Yeah, I posted
No,
that
I
on Twitter.
didn't.
I'm going to be in that movie.
It was pretty much J.J. Abrams getting in front of the camera, bullshit, happy to work with people, this is going to be awesome. There was a puppet, and he reacted to the puppet and says, you can be in the next Star Wars, do this, thus, and so. It was like a sellout.
Really? Oh, I wasn't getting excited for a second. Was it going to be this cool Star Wars video? Oh.
No,
Flamed in your face.
no.
Basically what just happened.
I don't know what to think about this, actually, but here, hold on, let me give you a link.
Just
You can watch
be on
this.
Star Wars.
Copy, okay, and paste. There you go, that's the link. Yeah, it was rather underwhelming. It tells you absolutely nothing about Star Wars.
Did you really expect anything?
Nothing
No,
at all?
absolutely nothing. You're on a random set with
Aw.
J.J. Abrams standing there talking to the camera, and there's a random puppet that shows up.
So it could have nothing, like not even be labeled Star Wars, and
Basically,
you would
yeah.
be in the same position.
Correct, yeah. The only reason it says that it's from the Star Wars YouTube page, and it's titled Star Wars Force of Change, a message from J.J. Abrams.
It's supposed to be like for a charity thing.
Shut up, man.
Yes.
Wait, at least show us some
not
content
that
of the
cheap.
new
They're not going to
Star
show any
Wars.
content for a while.
Yeah, this is J.J. Abrams we're talking about. I mean, he
It's for like a good cause.
He didn't even name the Cloverfield movie until everyone started calling it Cloverfield. That was one of those like fake names they came up with, and because they didn't want to give it a name. Like, yeah, of course it's not going to say anything.
It's whatever you want it to
He
be.
loves his secrecy. That little did you see his TED Talk where he talks about his mystery box? And that's like his whole way of going about directing. Like, you have this mystery box, and you want to know what's in the box, but once you open the box, it's no longer mysterious. So you have to tease everyone about what's inside the box.
The black
What's in
box.
the box?
Yeah, but are you really happy when the box is revealed to be a nothing?
Yeah, and that's the problem that Abrams is having. Like with Shamalama Ding Dong, how he started doing the twists with every movie. Like if J.J. Abrams goes for this tease you about what's inside the box thing with every single movie.
Open up the box, it's a lens flare.
It's my dick in the box.
No.
Ah, my
I was
eyes!
just about to say that.
You don't
too.
have one of
By
those.
lens flare, you mean Super 8, right?
I mean, every Star Trek movie and Super 8.
That's the
and
second time
Super
she
8
beat me to a joke today.
Super 8
I
had
am
so many
on the
more
ball,
lens flares.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, you've only been on the ball for 2 jokes.
Hey,
but
you know
sure.
what? I've been.
Oh,
Have you made any funny jokes? Go fuck yourself.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Constantly.
By the way,
I'm
Most of that
hilarious.
is singing
Everyone's
Segway
laughing
every
at my
time we
jokes.
change
The
topics.
Ashley butthole one was a really good joke, though. And I was really
I only did that twice. I did it 16 times last time.
Now wait, TJ
That
Lee.
was a little too much.
If I recall earlier
Yo,
in
dog.
the thread that we were in, you said that you had a great insult for Miss Lazelda.
Really?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Do it.
No. I said. No. You misunderstood me.
Oh, I misunderstood.
You were yelling at
I'm sorry.
iWest about saying something about sick. I said we couldn't say anything bad about Lozelda because she's too good.
Yeah, that's not the
But
way I
said,
remember it at
She's
all.
going to slip up, and we're going to have something to make fun of her. So she hasn't done
She'll
that
fall
yet.
from
but
grace.
We're going to have a chance where you're like,
So
I remember
no,
that
next
time,
podcast,
and we're gonna
just
just
to
kinda do
have
that.
like have her drink like tons and tons of vodka or something, and then that will be the one time.
Are you wanting to kill her? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Yeah, literally tons and
That's
tons.
I had no idea.
Maybe you can
Are
just
you
one
under
cup.
the impression I'm not already drinking tons and tons of vodka? I'm supposed to
Oh.
talk to you
Tons
guys
and
for an
tons.
hour and a half, completely sober?
Oh, you
I know, I'm
bitch.
sorry. I actually felt really bad saying that. It was going to be a good joke, and then I just felt terrible. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
I think we found the thing we can make fun of her for.
My heart, it's wounded now. I mean, if you hadn't done that marvelous speech about being my mic partner at
Well,
RTX,
totally, it
like,
wasn't really a
I
speech, it was just me yelling dibs, but yeah, we're totally mic partners. I would not, I can't say that because then people are going to get mad.
What are
I would
mic
love to
partners?
I've had
share
four
a microphone
Very
with you.
snuggly.
I was about to say, you were about to say sharing a mic with
Nope, I wasn't going to say anything like that. You're just
I'm
now
very
you're putting words in
snuggly,
my
so
mouth.
whoever I'm sharing a mic with.
Is mic code for
Yeah.
Okay, before this gets too awkward, let's go ahead and end this podcast for tonight.
Awkward.
Tejan Lee, do the spiel.
If you like us on Twitter, follow us at the forum thread. If you like us on Facebook, do the liking thing. Subscribe to us on the YouTube. We also have a SoundCloud where we put up our podcast. You should totally listen to us on there, and then listen to us on YouTube, and then listen to us on Facebook, and then listen to us on Twitch. Do everything.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Good,
That
though.
was fast. That was awesome.
Extra Life
Yep.
2014 is a few months away, but by the time RTX comes and goes,
2014 is a few months
no,
away.
Extra Life 2014. But there is a TFT group, so if you sign
And
up
it
for
actually
Extra
works
Life,
now.
and it actually works.
Yeah.
Finally.
If you go to Extra Life and sign up, on the drop down you'll see Team TFT, and that is us.
Team TFT.
We will be there.
Yes. So I think we briefly mentioned the idea of doing some streaming during Extra Life. and I
Yep.
think since we have plenty of time to iron out all those kinks, so yeah. And that's it.
Alright, we will see you guys same time next week, same location, on your computer, on your couch, or whatever.
Later.
Good night, everybody.
Later, bitches.
Bye.
We're not
Bye.
bitches. We love you.
Yeah, geez, Lazelda, have a little class.
What?